Today we're going to talk about each of our 5 rookies that we think will have an instant impact or the best chance to have an impact in the 2019 season.
We never move or meditate, dreaming wide awake for the times I can't sleep.
Superman, holy kryptonite to kill feelings. All my life I've been chilling.
Welcome to the Fantasy Football Profit Podcast.
Yeah.
I'm Jeff Torrey, always joined by Craig Phillips.
That felt weird saying that.
Yeah, it does feel
Opposite.
weird.
Very, very early list. Things going to change, but initial list was just kind of came up with it. Let's see I think we're pretty close. We'll find out.
Who do you have
My
at number 5?
5th, DK Metcalf, Seattle Seahawks wide receiver. Dude's a freak athlete. Pretty much all there is. Insanely big and fast at the same time. It's crazy. See if he can put it together. I think he can. There's not a lot of competition. If Doug Baldwin's gone, should be great. So, number 5.
I have the same.
He's number 5 for you as
number
well?
Number 5, DK
Perfect.
Metcalf. The only reason he's not higher, he's in a wonderful position in Seattle, but he is really raw. So it might take him a year to catch on.
Yep.
But like you said, he probably has landed in the wide receiver department. He landed in the best situation that he could. He's just raw. So yeah, number 5.
All right. So my number 4 is going to be David Montgomery, running back, Chicago. Not a lot of competition, so that's why he's number 4. I mean, people might have him higher. I don't know. You might have him higher. But he's not a lot of competition. It's really Mike Davis is ahead of him. And Tyreek Cohen's going to split time. So
This is very simple because I have him in number 4 as well.
okay, never mind. You don't have him higher. Perfect.
So, yeah, Tyreek Cohen is definitely going to be the primary back as far as playmaking fantasy goes. But Howard was still relatively productive in that role. And this guy has that opportunity to be that guy as long as he beats Mike Davis, like you said.
Ooh, number 3, I got Nikhil Harry, wide receiver from the Patriots. So he's my number 3. It's not a great draft for fantasy relevant players. I feel like but I like the player. Will the situation work out for him? We'll find out. They might just use him all the time. Who knows? You don't know with the Patriots. You just don't know. And maybe they really just want it. Maybe they go use him all the time. I don't know how it's going to play out. But I think there's a really good shot, so I put him number 3.
I have the exact same thing.
Oh, wow.
So he's number 3.
Jeez, we did not plan this.
Yeah, and once again, everything you said, but also, the amount of receptions that have to go somewhere.
Yeah.
Gronk was no longer healthy. When we talked about it, you still have Edelman, but, I mean, really that's it. Unless, Demaryius Thomas suddenly has a...
No.
Yeah, like a renaissance.
Austin Seferian-Jenkins at tight end.
Right, I mean, kind of like, okay, they don't have a whole lot. He's a perfect fit. He's definitely in a great situation as well, but, the Patriots use a lot of people, and they use them whenever they feel like, so the consistency might not be there right away.
Yep.
But, I really like the kid, and I think that you went into a great organization, so hopefully he pulls it out right away.
All right, so this is where we might finally have something different. Maybe. My number 2, Miles Sanders.
Oh, yeah, we definitely do have something different.
This is, people aren't going to be as high maybe as I am. Running back from Philly, if you want to know. He is behind Jordan Howard, which I don't think that's anything to be worried about. I don't think Wendell Smallwood's anything to be worried about. I don't think Josh Adams, I should know he was on my team last year. Nothing to worry about. Corey Clement, nothing to worry about. Those guys all had their shots. They all weren't good enough. Jordan Howard had his shot, and Chicago got rid of him because he's not that good.
I agree with you there, not to throw shade at your pick, but the reason he didn't show up, I like the talent, and I think he is the most talented back there, but I think it's going to take him
2 weeks.
I think it'll take him a little while in order to get that going. I do worry about if once is sharp. 2 years ago when he was really, really good, they threw a lot in the red zone. I worry that's going to limit him. So will Jordan Howard because he's great at short distances. And then if you throw in the other 2 to catch the ball at all of a sudden he becomes kind of like in no man's land, even if he is the most talented back. So that's the only reason I'm not sure. That team, it's kind of strange. My number 2, I'm going with Mecole Hardman.
Ooh, you're expecting Tyreek Hill to be.
I am. I don't think there's any way that Tyreek Hill comes back to the team. They got rid of Hunt for less than what this guy's kind of been doing. But even without that, he could easily come out to be the third best wide receiver already. You're not really sure. I mean, Watkins is really injury prone. I think Tyreek Hill is gone. This guy could all of a sudden be number 1. And with that speed that he has, he's kind of like an automatic plug and play as far as the Tyreek Hill role. So it was kind of carved out for him. So if Tyreek Hill is not there, which I'm expecting, he's immediately pay dirt.
Yeah.
And in that offense, if you're playing, you're going to be relevant.
I could see him moving to like 5th for me.
Right. I'm assuming a lot, right? But I think I still that's how strongly I feel about what I think is going to happen with the roster.
Yeah, I see it. So, all right, number 1.
We both
Josh
obviously
Jacobs.
have Josh Jacobs.
It's not like I'm sold on it that much. It's just he's in the best situation currently.
Yeah, and as soon as Crowell went down with the Achilles injury, this guy's going to be the primary back.
Yeah.
He could be the 3 down back, but we're not really sure. You still have Washington. You still have the other speed back, and they did sign Muscle Hamster in order to back him up. But I think that's
they took him in the first round. They obviously like him. I'm not sold 100% yet. If you really want, I'd go check out our podcast. Talk a little bit more about it. But he's number 1. He's still good enough to be number 1.
Yeah.
Situation, first round pick. He's good. I just not all the way sold with it.
Yeah, I think he's going to give you. I don't think he's going to be some breakout top 10 back by any means, but I do think he'll give you consistent production that by the end of the year will accumulate to quite a bit.
Yep.
So I think he'll end up being probably, I don't know, like a back end running back 2, just because of the sheer amount that he's going to get.
Yep.
So that's why he shows up at number 1.
All right, that is it.
As simple
Top
as that.
5. Only one difference. So.
Yeah, but it was high, though. That was the crazy part. It wasn't even low. So when we went high, we went really high on our guys.
We did.
So mine was Hardman. Yours was Sanders.
So we heard it first, and Sanders becomes a
very true
top 10 back at the end of the year.
Yeah.
Ooh, I did say that. All right.
Anyway, until next time.
See ya.